I have absolutely had it with this community. If I see the words copy and paste one more time when it comes to 2K, I'm going to have a full-blown mental breakdown and crash out. This video itself might be a crash out, I don't know. I've been playing 2K for over a decade, which is probably longer than some of you watching this video have been alive, which is crazy to say. Go ahead and call me Unc. But simply put, this community has driven me to my wit's end to the point where I felt I had to make this video. 2K25 is not copy and paste. If you watch this entire video and you still think by the end of it, yes, it's copy and paste, I don't know what to tell you. Go play Call of Duty. Go play something else. You clearly do not like 2K anymore. You Xbox players out there, Call of Duty is on the Game Pass. But for the rest of you that actually enjoy 2K, and I mean actually enjoy 2K, not get on the game and complain about it every 5 minutes, let's talk about today's info. Let's start with the builder, and yes, I am aware that the builder looks almost identical to last year. However, I have more than 3 brain cells and can dissociate the difference between functionality and UI. And for those of you that don't have 3 brain cells, UI is an acronym for user interface. Now, if you would stop farming Twitter impressions long enough, you might actually take a second and look and see that there's a couple things different about this. For starters, there is no more stamina rating in the builder. You start with an 85 stamina and earn more through Gatorade workouts. And once you've done enough workouts, you have 99 stamina for the rest of the entire year of 2K. That is for this build and all future builds, which is similar to how Gym Rat and Mamba Mentality work. Secondly, there is no more acceleration, it is agility. And this determines your defensive lateral movement, which is huge, off-ball launches, and off-ball outs. So this stat has absolutely nothing to do with dribbling, which, wouldn't you know it, different from 2K24. Lastly, if 2 extra seconds wasn't long enough for you to see it, if you spent a whole 5 seconds, you would have noticed these red badges over here, but we'll get into more of that later. Takeovers. There are 72 takeovers and 14 new takeover abilities. Let me repeat myself. 72 takeovers, 14 takeover abilities. Now, I will be a little bit critical of the way they phrase that. Each of these takeovers have 5 levels, and I'm fairly certain that they're counting each level as its own takeover. However, these takeovers are completely different than what we've seen in the past. Barbecue chicken takeover, board beast takeover, break igniter takeover, horse takeover. Like, what is horse takeover? But even if all of this wasn't enough, you have to earn access to level 4 and level 5 takeovers by activating its previous level in 30 different games. I'm having flashbacks to the grand badge system, and that's a good thing. Lastly, let's talk about badges, badge perks, and level caps. Now, I will say in 2K24, badge perks were practically useless. I didn't even unlock half of them. But since there is no regression penalty for not activating badges this year, and by the way, no regression penalty, completely different from 2K24, I'm assuming leveling your badges is going to be much tougher in 2K25, so getting these new badge perks may be worthwhile, like Synergy, which gives you progression towards a badge if anyone on the court activates it, or Participation, which gives you a flat rate of progression every game despite using it or not. In 2K24, we had floor setters, and this year we are getting badge elevators, which kind of are the same thing, I will give you that. But I'm not sure you even need the attributes necessary to elevate the badge, meaning you could have a 60 overall at the start of Season 2 and immediately elevate some of its badges to a higher level. Or this could be one thing about 2K25 that is actually copy and paste, but technically not copy and paste because they changed the name of it. We're not getting into technicalities. And last but certainly not least, cap breakers. Now, in my opinion, this is the biggest change from this year's game. Cap breakers are earned through rep levels, which gives a whole new importance to grinding your rep, and they do exactly what they say they do. Break the cap of your potentials for your player. But there are a couple of restrictions for balancing. Each attribute can be increased a maximum of +5 above its cap. You can only use a cap breaker on an attribute up to its max potential rating allowed by your build height, weight, and wingspan, and you must progress an attribute to its max potential before applying the cap breaker. Now, I do want to go a little bit more in depth and give you guys an example of cap breakers in 2K24 if they were to exist in 2K24. Now, here is a 6'9", 210 pound, 7'7" wingspan power forward. He is a pass first 4. Honestly, I've had this build for a while, and I've been wanting to make it, and I cannot bring myself to spend money on 2K24 when 2K25 is right around the corner, but it's perfect for the example that I'm trying to give. So with the parameters that we have when it comes to the cap breakers, we know that we cannot apply a cap breaker to anything that is max for its height, weight, and wingspan. So we could not upgrade this build's 3-ball at all. We could not apply cap breakers to his 3-point shot. We could not apply cap breakers to his speed with ball. And I don't know if his physicals work the same way. We cannot apply cap breakers to speed or acceleration. And of course, we already know, well, acceleration doesn't exist, but stamina as well does not exist. So that means, essentially, we could apply +5 to anything else. +5 to post control. Let's take a look at what +5 to post control would do. If we did 2 to post control, it doesn't do anything. +5 would be, +5 should be what? Hall of Fame. Yes, Hall of Fame spin cycle, or post spin technician, excuse me. Hall of Fame post spin technician. Boom. Now we have the ability to get Hall of Fame post spin technician on a build that we previously would not have been able to get. We can take that back. We can put it on standing dunk. This also applies to not only badges, but animations. So we can take our 75 standing dunk up to an 80 if we get 5 cap breakers, which I'm assuming is going to be difficult. I believe, like I said earlier, there's 15 unlockable cap breakers, and it's all through rep level. So it's not going to be something that you're going to be able to unlock very early. It's going to be something that you unlock throughout the year. I've been playing tons of 2K24 and I'm still not the max rep level. So I don't know that I'll even ever get all 15. Who knows? Right now we have a 75 standing dunk. We can give him 5 cap breakers. Now all of a sudden, assuming that the attribute unlocks are the exact same as they were in 2K24, which would be copy and paste, which would be counterproductive to what I'm trying to say in this video. But let's just take that to be true. We would now have pro big man standing dunks, big man contact dunks. Same with taking our driving dunk up from a 75 to an 80. I'm sure there's some dunk animations that we get with that. A 80 driving layup to, let's see, an 80 driving layup to an 85 would give us gold acrobat, gold bunny. Now we have levels of badges that we would not have had without these cap breakers. And I think that is absolutely a massive change, and by itself fundamentally changes the way that this builder is going to work compared to 2K24's. Now, if you've watched all of this and you still think that 2K25 is copy and paste, I don't know what to tell you. Is it still a basketball game? Yes, it's 2K. Do you still upgrade your players using VC? I can only assume yes. But if the biggest argument you can make on this game being copy and paste from 2K24 is the UI of the builder, go play something else. Move on with your life. Again, for my Xbox players out there, Call of Duty is on the Game Pass. If you're a PlayStation player, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not too versed on what PlayStation has and doesn't have. I'm not a PlayStation guy. But move on. You clearly don't like 2K anymore. You will never like 2K again. Just move on. Stop ruining the hype of a brand new game before you even get your hands on it. Y'all have made 2K out to be this giant villain to the point where it doesn't matter what they do, you will never enjoy it again. You are your own worst enemy. As for the rest of us, we're going to enjoy 2K this year. If you did make it to the end of this video, do yourself a favor, subscribe. I know the content here has been pretty scarce lately, but I plan on being in full swing by the time 2K25 launches. So do yourself a favor, subscribe if you want positive 2K. Also, you can check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/collectandplay. I don't really have a set schedule yet, but I do plan on streaming there a lot this year. Hopefully the rest of the news is as good as today's news was, because I thoroughly enjoyed it. Until next time, I'll see you when I see you.